5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Monday, August 27th, Radio Faces number 16. Louis Malia. What's up, Lou?
What's up, buddy?
Matt Chapin.
Hey, man.
Also here, Matt Chapin's better half,
AJ.
AJ. and
That's perfect.
and some girl named Shelly is also here. First Radio Face groupie, maybe? No?
Sure.
That's awkward.
Very awkward. Yeah, I didn't say that.
No, but that's a good thing.
That was a chirp from Shelly. Okay, we are on number 16, and I don't know if it's a coincidence or not, but number 16 is
Please tell us.
also the number of weeks in the NFL season, or number of games
yes.
Games.
each team will play.
There you go.
Is that a coincidence, or am I making something out of
I
nothing?
think you're pulling it out of left
It
field.
just
It's
works
great.
out well for us.
Go with it.
Yeah, well.
Damn.
We are going to be talking all things NFL. We're going to start that off right now with our rapid fire segment. Okay, looking for one or two word answers here, guys. This is all things NFL for the upcoming season. Who will have the most rushing yards?
Chris Johnson.
Arian Foster.
Passing yards?
Aaron Rodgers.
Drew Brees.
Receiving yards?
Calvin Johnson.
Mike Wallace.
Boom. I hope so.
Who will meet in the Super Bowl?
You want to take this one or me?
No,
I'm going to say Texans-Packers.
49ers and the Texans.
And the winner?
Packers.
49ers.
The upcoming season for Tim Tebow. One word. Good, bad, or ugly?
Worse.
Special teams.
Special Olympics. By the
Are
end
those
of the
going on?
season, will Andrew Luck be a stud or a dud?
He'll be a stud.
Definite stud.
Who is going to win Rookie of the Year? Him, RG3, or someone else?
RG3 puts up better all-around numbers.
Oof. I'm going to go someone else. I'll take $1.
More touchdown passes by the end of the year. Eli or Peyton?
Eli.
Peyton.
Over under 7.5 wins by the Buffalo Bills.
Under.
Under.
And who will be the best regular season team and who will be the worst regular season team?
Patriots.
And worst?
The Dolphins.
That's actually really good. I'm going to say Packers win the most games and the Jaguars lose the most.
And that was rapid fire.
The Jaguars.
Malin also wanted us to ask, who's going to win your football pool?
I don't know. He's going to say him, but I don't think so.
Who do you say? If you can't choose yourself.
Daryl.
Yeah, that you know what? He's asleep.
Party Pitkin.
I'm going to say Taylor.
Yeah?
Okay, speaking
We're
of
going to get him listening to this.
winning, we are introducing a tournament. Is that right, Lou?
Yes, it is correct.
The Shiva Bowl.
The Shiva Bowl. We are crowning our first ever Radio Faces football expert, and I'm going to briefly try to explain the rules here, and if it doesn't make sense, we'll explain off the air to people who are in this tournament, but hopefully it makes sense.
Sure.
We're choosing 8 people who will square off in 4 different matches. The winner of each matchup moves on until we're left with just one person. The goal is to pick the most correct outcomes for that weekend's games in spreads. We'll be sending out the spreads, so everyone is choosing from the same spreads.
We're creating our own spreads.
No,
too.
we'll pick a neutral site. But that would be fun. We'll be sending out the spreads each week. The last man standing, or woman standing, Shelley, will be crowned our Radio Faces football expert and will be consulted for all future betting tips in the NFL.
It's going to be fucking birds and tigers, all kinds.
Oh yeah,
being
Shelly's
picked.
just going to pick whatever animal she likes the best.
So basically, the person who wins this tournament, after I think the tournament will be done in week 4 or 5, from there on in, will give us their picks each week, and that will take care of a lot of the betting portion of future podcasts on who to pick for the upcoming Sunday, and we'll be able to score this person if they're good or bad.
Are we just doing 8, or will we take more? if
We will
have the
do
option?
8 or we'll do 16, so
Okay.
it breaks down even.
Yeah, we can't give anybody a bye.
Yeah, none of this buy
that's
stuff.
true.
Early favorites on who's going to win? We don't even know who's in it yet, but
Honestly, the only person I've done a pool with is Nemo, and he won the one with guessing spreads every week that I was in, so I got to give him
I'm
it.
going Malin.
Mike?
Mike Mallon.
Okay.
But maybe the Belfast Bruiser wants to get involved too.
So if you want in, let us know. We're going to reach out to some people too, but if you do want in, let us know, and we'll explain it on Twitter and Facebook as well. And anything you guys want to know about spreads and whatnot, they'll be coming out every week from a site we pick, so don't worry about that.
This is a spin-off because we're trying to start a Radio Faces gambling site to
Yep,
fucking fund
which
some
is-
shit
yep,
here.
Exactly. That was the goal from the beginning.
Right.
Just get
Sorry.
everyone's money.
Leak this.
Sport interaction, Radio Faces style. We are going to go back to a segment I don't think we've done in a couple weeks, This or That, and that begins right now. Okay, we're going to break away from the NFL for this. There are some huge stories going on in the sport world outside football. I'm going to start off with the blockbuster Red Sox-Dodgers trade that happened this week. Who won the trade, and where does this rank the Dodgers among NL teams down the stretch?
Red Sox won it. Dodgers, not in essence, wasted their cap space, but they spent a lot of money on shit guys. Boston's just going to pretty much take the $70 million a year they're going to save, or whatever it is, 50, 60, and they're just going to retool in the offseason. Josh Hamilton, Greinke, I don't know, somebody, and they're just going to start again. They not often do teams get to mulligan from their shitty contracts, and they actually got good prospects back too.
Mulligan is definitely an interesting perspective on that. I think the Dodgers actually won this deal in terms of making a push. They didn't win and inheriting money. Carl Crawford isn't even going to play for the rest of the year. But in terms of the value that they're going to get for those guys, based on what they would have paid next year in the offseason, for the value of what they are with contracts going up, I think they made a good choice in trying to make a push for it. They've ran the table in terms of signing other guys up until this point. They acquired Adrian Gonzalez, and that's awesome.
So, and you may have touched on this, is Boston rebuilding or just clearing money for the winter?
There's the fans there will have nothing to do with the rebuild. They're taking 1 year.
I think they have to rebuild a bit. I mean,
Is
They
this
have-
money for Josh Hamilton?
Yeah, well, it's just money in general. They don't.
Greinke?
They have the money that they don't ever have to rebuild.
I guess.
You can spend $80 million in an offseason and change your team.
That whole team is in shambles, nonetheless.
Well, that's it. Bobby V will be gone. They're gonna just pretty much they're taking a mulligan on the season. Is really what they're doing.
As in next season?
No, this season. I think next year they're back again. They'll sign some guys to fill some holes. They'll do what they do.
Do they make the playoffs next season?
No.
No, but more just because the AL East is gonna be pretty
But
good.
if the Dodgers make the playoffs, did they make a good choice?
Sure, if the Dodgers, yeah, but I think the Dodgers would have made the playoffs anyways after Melky fucked himself.
They're still not in first in the
He
division.
fucked himself and he did steroids?
Nice.
Wow.
Right before Melky T-shirt giveaway night, and they had to rescind all
I
the
heard that
T-shirts.
too.
That's
Yeah, that's awesome. They didn't give him out?
No, not like in Philadelphia where they still gave out the Hunter Pence bobblehead after they traded him.
They should have given out syringes.
Nice.
Okay. Breaking off into hockey. Over, under, this is more of a rapid fire question, but we can discuss it. Over, under 65.5 games. How many games will there be in the NHL season this year?
Under.
Oh, that's it. I'm gonna say over. NHL's collecting, like they've finally got a bit of momentum. They have no way they can justify losing games and pissing people off.
Shelly, you're shaking your head, pointing up and down. Are you saying less or more?
I don't want to be a part of this.
She doesn't want to be a part of this. Pretend that didn't happen.
Unless we talk
Can
about
we
like Hunger
rewind?
Games or
Yeah. Okay, on to 50 Shades of Grey.
her eyes lit up.
She actually looked up and thought we were
Spark.
serious. Finally.
Kicks me out of the way.
Time to
gives me the mic.
shine. Okay. Are we going to see Roger Clemens pitch this year in the majors?
No.
Fuck no, he's like 100.
I heard an interesting thing that if he pitches this year, it pushes back his Hall of Fame entry an
Eligibility
extra
5
5 years, which will make people forget what he did, and it'll be easier for him to get in the Hall of Fame, which is one of the reasons he'll want to pitch this
No
year.
shot.
I understand the
think that's
logic behind it,
crazy.
but like people
Give me
don't
odds.
forget.
He'll pitch this year. Houston.
People don't forget. That's super bad.
Getting that.
Okay.
I'm not.
Who is to blame for the upcoming canceled UFC card? And if you guys don't know, I'll briefly explain. John Jones was supposed to fight. What is wrong with me right now? John Jones was supposed to fight Henderson.
Yeah.
Henderson got hurt. They wanted him to fight Sonnen. John Jones said no. Then they had him fight Machida. Machida said no, he's hurt. So they're having John Jones fight in the Toronto card. And they are canceling this Saturday's card altogether. Something that hasn't happened, as far as I know, in Dana White's era. It probably the most embarrassing and black eye on the sport. Who's to blame for it?
Honestly, the UFC, just for the fact that they don't have enough depth, so that if their headliner goes away, nobody else can fight. It's just a bunch of shitty guys in one fight.
Well, I completely agree with that. I don't have like the guy can decide. He's
no
his
blame
own
on
person.
Jones?
Yeah, Jones can just decide whether he wants to be in or not. I mean, he's fucking them a bit, but at the end of the day, Lou's right. They do need a greater talent, talent depth.
Yeah, I actually would agree. I would say it's the UFC. I thought you guys were going to say John Jones or something, but they've watered down their sport so much that they're asking for more than 12 pay-per-views a year, which means you can only have max one good fight a card. You take that off, you have to, squash the card. They got to make good to Mandalay Bay. They got to make good to the pay-per-view companies. This is
Sponsors. There's
yeah.
got to be tons of sponsors
This is a
that are
fucking nightmare.
in the city too.
Who had a worst week based on the past 7 days? Which Armstrong had a worse week? Neil or Lance? Neil, dead at the age of 82. AJ is giving me this look right now like, did you really go there? Neil, dead at the age of 2. Or Lance lost all 7 Tour de France titles in 1 week. Which Armstrong had a worse week?
Rarely you'd pick the guy who died to have a better week, but like Lance has got to live for the next 40 years with this shit. At least Neil just died.
Yeah,
Yep.
yeah.
Like,
at least Neil died.
Lance was known as his hero, came back from cancer, whatever, and it's all bullshit.
So Lance had a worse week?
Yeah, definitely going with Lance.
I agree, Lance had a worse week.
And that sucks.
That's bad.
Yeah,
He had a worse week than
I don't
someone
even
who
know what
died.
Neil Armstrong looks like. The only Neil Armstrong that I've ever seen is in Apollo 13, and I think he had a brief segue
Like
where
the
he
movie?
waved. Yep.
Oh, I don't know.
That's
I
it.
just know the one picture you always see when he was like 40.
I see a man in a spacesuit on the moon.
Oh, whatever.
That's it. That's what I think
waving
Neil
flag.
Armstrong looks like. If that's ridiculous,
Well-
which it is, I'm fine with that.
Done with this or that, and breaking into someone we do know what they look like. I'll start off with my win, Prince Harry. This guy is fucking awesome. He was in Vegas the same weekend I was in Vegas. I came back ready to post my pictures on. His pictures crushed my
yeah,
I didn't even
you-
bother posting my pictures. No chance they owed you Prince Harry. You are the man. You have every right to be playing naked pool with women in Las Vegas. Shame on those paparazzi for taking pictures and posting them.
Did you hear?
Who took the pictures?
Some paparazzi.
Dude, now after that Vivid Video offered him $10 million to star in a porn.
Really?
Yeah. Like he needs the money.
Lou, win or fail?
I don't know. I guess it's a recurring win. Randy Travis is actually at it again.
Yes.
He, after being, arrested and charged with driving intoxicated, naked, whatever he was doing, now he started getting into a fight with people outside of a church. And then he...
Why don't you quickly recap what happened last week in your win and fail?
Oh,
Naked.
He was naked. Pretty much
That's it.
everywhere.
And he was
Prince
pissing
Harry, he
people
pulled a
off.
Prince Harry.
Yeah, except he tried to buy cigarettes. I don't think Prince Harry did
Less
that.
cool.
Yeah,
Totally
he was just
less
naked everywhere. They're pretty much saying that Travis appeared this time to be extremely intoxicated and was the primary aggressor.
And he wasn't naked this time?
No, well,
That makes
allegedly
it
he
less
had
funny.
he had clothes.
So rapid fire, this or that, game ball, lame ball, and now a Randy Travis update every week.
Yeah, he was found. This is the best. He was found parked in front of the Baptist church with an open bottle of wine. He was just hanging out at the church drinking wine.
That's fair.
This guy's a fucking.
He's
idiot.
got nothing else to do.
So stay tuned to next podcast when we hear Randy Travis jumped off.
We're
the
gonna get
Golden
him
Gate
on
Bridge.
air. He's got nothing else to do.
Randy
Rafi
Travis will
actually-
die next week, and Lance Armstrong will still have a worse week than him.
I got a fail, and I find myself watching a lot of reality television. And Friday night, I was blessed with the honor of watching Howie Mandel's new show called Mobbed. And if you guys haven't heard of this show, basically flash mobs happen. They do surprises. Cool shit's supposed to go down. But the reality factor is that nobody knows that these things are planned. Well, this show had a man meeting his father for the first time 37 years later. And this shit, touching story to those who like reality TV show and can't believe shit that's scripted. But this was the most put on, shitty fucking thing that I've ever seen. A group of 1,500 people parted ways, and out walks one dude from one side of the street and the other from another. They meet in the middle, hug, embrace. Thank God I finally met you. And it's like there's
Did they
no
break
way.
into "Let's Get Retarded" by
But
Black Eyed Peas?
no,
or
they were
something?
singing some song the whole fucking time, and then out of four corners came a couple guys that were singing love songs, and finally we made it together. Either way, I'm tired of fucking reality TV shows.
So
I'm
your
just
fail
spent-
is the lack of reality in reality.
and
TV.
Howie Mandel pounds everybody. Yeah, he's a
Yeah,
real
he's a
crazy
germaphobe.
germaphobe.
He hasn't been good since Bobby's
Yeah, I
World.
don't know, whatever. Fuck him.
Wow.
We, all of us are ready to sign off. I'm also just realizing I called Shelly a groupie. Sorry about that, Chapin. I'm actually just realizing that made no sense.
That's why I
It was
looked at you
totally
like I gave you the
inappropriate.
shake.
This will be my last podcast. Reach out to us if you want to be in the tournament.
Selfless.
Sayonara, everyone.
Take care, guys.